to Barnet and Southgate College Virtual Open Day, and thank you for wanting to know more about our science department. Um, my name is Marcus Sabino. I'm the curriculum manager for science. So I'm just going to do a quick presentation about our department. If you have any questions, please just write your questions or type your questions in our Q&A box, and I will address those at the end of this presentation. So, why science at Barnet Southgate College? This is not an extensive or exhaustive list, but these are some of the reasons. So, high quality teaching and staff expertise. All our teachers are highly qualified and they've got many years of experience in teaching, which then will lead on to successful students. As you can see in the picture, top left and bottom right pictures. So these are some of the examples of our students receiving some awards in our college awards and nominations and events. And these students have actually got placements at universities now, so they're currently studying at a university. We have got at Southgate modern laboratories, so labs, which I will be able to show you in the next slide. And we also deliver not just the curriculum, science curriculum, but we also deliver extracurriculum activities for our science students, such as science clubs, which are delivered by the teachers and also our level 3 students, football tournaments, and other enrichment activities that we can deliver within the college for the wider college community, including our science students. And we also offer excellent pastoral support to our students, so via our personal tutors, as well as our students services team, safeguarding team. So any students or any support that the students will need, we will be able to provide those. In terms of facilities, these are some of the facilities of Barnet Southgate College Southgate campus. So the main building on your left-hand side, top picture, and then we've got some examples of a classroom, so newly refurbished classrooms and the building. We've got in the middle, we've got some examples of our science labs, so physics labs, biology, chemistry labs, and then on your right hand side you also got an example of one of our lecture theatre room where we deliver some lectures, which then will lead on to happy students. The students feel that they can develop themselves and learn as they've got all the facilities for that. So in terms of our academic offer, we offer a range of courses from level 1 all the way to level 3. So level 1, we've got BTEC level 1 introductory diploma in applied science. This is a 1-year qualification. Then from there, students will progress onto a level 2 qualification, whether that could be a BTEC level 2 extended certificate in applied science or a GCSE science package. So again, these are 1-year qualifications. Once the students finish these qualifications, they can then progress on to our level 3 qualifications. We offer the BTEC level 3 National Extended Diploma in Applied Science. So this is a 2-year qualification. Students can also progress onto A levels, and this is within the A level department. On the right hand side of this slide, you'll be able to see either 2 courses, one at level 2, which is a pre-access to HE science, which then is a 1-year qualification as well, which will then progress onto the access to HE diploma in science. These 2 courses are separate, as these are aimed at our adults only provisions, and they are delivered at Wood Street campus. So in terms of the entry requirements for our BTEC level 1 applied science, students that are interested, or applicants that are interested in applying for this course, they need to have at least entry 3 or GCSE grade 2 in English and Maths, and GCSE grade 2 in combined science. Some examples of the units are on your right hand side, such as a researcher topic, carrying out a scientific experiment, biology, chemistry, and physics. Within our science courses, we always deliver a component of chemistry, a component of biology, and a component of physics units. So at level 1, our students will be doing 10 units. All those units are internally assessed, so they are assignment based. And again, the qualification is delivered in 1 year. The awarding body is Pearson at Excel. If applicants are interested on our BTEC level 2 extended certificate in applied science, again, 1 year qualification, entry requirements are 4 GCSEs at grade 9 to 3, including maths, English, and science, or a BTEC level 1 in applied science with a merit grade, and GCSE grade 3s in English and maths, or functional skills level 1. On the right hand side, again, some example of units that we teach. For example, principles of science. This is actually an exam unit. Applications of chemical substances, applications of physical science, health applications of life science. So again, at level 2, we deliver a combination of biology-based, chemistry, and physics units. 2 of these units are exam-based, so they are externally assessed, and the remaining 10 units, so that's 12 units for the qualification, the remaining 10 units are internally assessed, so assignment-based. Again, the awarding body for this qualification is Pearson at Excel. Then our level 3, BTEC level 3 applied science, this is a 2-year qualification and it's equivalent to 3 A levels. The entry requirements are 5 GCSEs, including grade 9 to 4 in maths, English, and combined science, or a BTEC level 2 diploma in applied science, a grade merit, and GCSE maths and English, a grade 4, or functional skills at level 2. Some example of units that we teach: principles of and applications of science, science investigation skills, practical scientific procedures and techniques, laboratory techniques, and their application. I must say that within this qualification, the BTEC level 3 qualification, we deliver 6 units in the first year and 7 units in the second year. So in the first year, 2 of the 6 units are externally assessed, so the exam-based units, which are units 1 and unit 3. And then in the second year, 2 units will also be externally assessed. So unit 5 and unit 7, they will be exam based. All other units will be internally assessed, so via assignment briefs. Once again, for this qualification at BTEC level 3, the awarding body is Pearson. GCSE package, this is equivalent to a level 2 qualification. So entry requirements are students must be 16 to 18 years old. All applications will be considered. The course is, though, designed for those who are new to the country or have had their education interrupted. For instance, if they weren't able to do the GCSE exams. All students must also pass an initial assessment that is taken at the start of the academic year. So the teachers will then, based on these initial assessments, will check suitability and ensure that the learners are enrolled on the right course. If not, we will also offer other options for the students to study in. In terms of the GCSE pathways, so we deliver GCSE biology, GCSE chemistry, GCSE physics. So again, the 3 science subjects, GCSE English and GCSE maths. If the students have passed one of the GCSEs, for instance, GCSE English or GCSE Maths, they will also have an opportunity to do GCSE Psychology. So overall, they will have to do 5 GCSEs. The exam board for the GCSE package is AQA. So before I go on to the pre-access, I must also say that students studying on these courses, they are on a full-time study program. So that means that they will not just be studying on these vocational qualification, they will also be required to attend tutorial lessons, student service sessions, work experience hours. So, and again, all these hours vary depending on the level of study. And if the learners have not passed yet with grade 4 or above their English and Maths, then they will have to retake it. So these are the components that make up the full-time study program. Pre-access to science. So entry requirements are learners must be 19 plus only. No formal qualifications are required. However, you will be required to attend an interview and the diagnostic test to ensure that you are suitable for the course. A sample of units taught will be, again, GCSE English and or GCSE Maths, depending on whether you've already passed GCSE English or Maths. Level 2 science units in biology, chemistry, and physics. So once again, you cover all 3 science subjects. In terms of the awarding body, OCN is the awarding body for pre-access and also for the access to HE diploma in science. So for the entry requirements for the access to HE diploma, 19 plus only. You must demonstrate a strong interest in pursuing a science career, and you must have achieved GCSE grades 4 or above in English and or Maths and passed a numeracy and literacy assessment set at GCSE, so level 2 standards. Again, we will also have an initial assessment and an interview prior to start the course. Sample of units taught. So we will cover study skills units, biology, chemistry, and physics, so science units, and you'll also have maths and English. So again, as said previously, the OCN will be the awarding body. So, where to after Barnet Southgate College? Once you've completed your level 3 or your A levels or your access to HE, we've had a variety of students going into a variety of courses, such as St. George University, to study radiography, University of East Anglia, pharmacology, University of Surrey, paramedic science, Nottingham Trent University, psychology, so closer to London, London Metropolitan University, biomedical science, and so on. So you've had nursing, law, nutrition, so a wide range of courses and a wide range of universities as well across the country. So our students have been very successful, and they all, if they actually apply for university, majority gets a placement at a university for the course that they've studied. We do have expectations in terms of our students when they're studying with us at the college, and this is to ensure that learners develop and they are prepared to what's coming next, which is the main aim is to obviously get qualifications and then progress onto university. So our expectations are that learners attend 100% of the lessons and punctuality same, so 100% punctuality. We do deliver remote and face-to-face lessons, so more so now during this pandemic and the COVID, so we are delivering lessons online and also face-to-face. It's our expectation that learners meet the deadlines, so they must submit their assignments on time, and those assignments are submitted on iLearn, which I will then talk about it in a minute. Behaviors and attitudes. So learners are expected to follow and comply with the college codes of conduct. They are expected to be respectful, polite, and courteous to everyone, as the same as the expectations from the teachers and members of staff towards the students. So we all respect one another. Teachers, coaches, technicians, staff, everyone is here to help. So if students have any problems, need any support, then we we're here to help you. We have zero tolerance towards bullying and discrimination of any kind. So again, we must be kind, we must respect one another, and we're here to learn, we're here to develop, we're here to do our best, and then to progress to whatever comes next, whether that is university or employment. On your right hand side, you'll be able to see some icons. So all our students will have access to Office 365, which includes Microsoft Teams and OneDrive. So Microsoft Teams is the program that we use for learners to communicate, send messages to the teachers and vice versa, so teachers to the learners as well. The online delivery is done via Teams, so we schedule the sessions, and then learners, if they are attending the lesson remotely from home, then they will be expected to attend the session via Teams. OneDrive is the program that the students must use in order to save their work. So they don't need any more USBs or external hard drives, so they can work from home using their computer, save the work on OneDrive, which is a cloud, and then when they go to college, they can use the college computer. All they need to do is just log into Office 365, go to their OneDrive, and the work will be there. So that means that they haven't lost the work. The USBs and external hard drives can't get corrupted, so the work will be there safe for the students. So that means that the students will not be able to lose the work, get the work corrupted, so the work will be there. They need to continue working for their assignments and any work that they need to do, and then submit the work on time. Then the last two icons on your right hand side, so iLearn and ProMonitor, those are part of the college platforms that we use. So iLearn is a system that the learners can access from home, and they use iLearn in order to check their timetables, to access the resources that the teachers are sharing with the students from the lessons, and then they will also be able to access their assessments. And ultimately, iLearn is the platform where the students submit their work. So the teachers will then mark the work on iLearn and give the feedback there. And then ProMonitor. ProMonitor is the system that we use in order for learners to have access to their attendance, punctuality, so they can check. Parents can also access and check. They just need the login details from the learners so they can see what's the overall attendance, what's the overall punctuality, what are the comments that the teachers have written and the staff have written about the student and the student's performance. So whether they're doing well on a course, whether they need to improve, whether they need support. So that will all be tracked on ProMonitor. We also use ProMonitor for our one-to-ones with students. So we set targets to the learner following those one-to-ones. We put support in place for the learner. So we record all that evidence on ProMonitor and you'll be able to access it from there. So if the students needs support, a member of staff, a member from the additional learner support team will write comments in there, and the other teachers will be able to check the comments that have been written in there. Okay. COVID-19. So Again, we as college, our priority is to ensure that everyone is safe, and it is safe to come into college and study at the college, especially during such difficult times and uncertain times. So we have put control measures in place, such as following the one-way system, maintaining social distancing, not just in communal areas, but also within the classrooms, wearing face covers, increased hygiene measures such as hand sanitizers in corridors and in the buildings as well. If students or staff present any symptoms, then they can email our test and trace email address, and a member of our health and safety team will liaise with the students and advise them what to do next. So we have got control measures in place. Um, we are not just focused on the education side, we're also focused on developing learners' physical activity. So it's important that our students come into college, they feel safe, they learn, but they also need to be active. So we've got a cross-college enrichment, two elements, so Sports England project on tackling inactivity across the college, and we've got general sports enrichment partnered with Activity Hub. So this is free for our students. If they are interested in taking part, they just need to speak with a member of staff and we will get them to take part in these sessions. Okay. Who to contact if you have any queries. So for the BTEC level 1, level 2 and level 3 applied science, Penny Brindle is the course leader. Her email address is penny.brindle@barnetandSouthgate.ac.uk. For our GCSE science package, Sweda Ahmed is the course leader. So her email address is sweda.ahmed@barnetandSouthgate.ac.uk. And for the pre-access to science and access to HE diploma in science, Mina Jamshid is a course leader. So you've got the email address below as well. Finally, please do follow us on our social networks, so Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You've got Barnet and Southgate College, at Barnet Southgate on Twitter, and Barnet Southgate on Instagram. Any questions? I will now check the Q&As and the questions that you may have. Okay, so I can see that there is a question. I've booked an A-level opening evening for the 11th of November 2:30. I can really attend it as it's during a school day. So is there anything that we can do? Yes, so we will have more open days anyway, but please feel free to have a look on our website. You can also contact Sue Baker, which is the A-levels curriculum manager. So Sue's email address is sue.baker@barnetandSouthgate.ac.uk, and you'll be able to ask her questions about A-levels if you're interested in. I can see some other questions. Let me just go through the questions now. Forensic science, we do have units. So do you guys, the question is, do you guys do forensic science? So our qualifications are in biomedical science. However, we do deliver units in forensic science. We also cover psychology as well in some of the units. So there are units that cover forensic science. Only a few questions per work through any. Yes, so do you do forensic criminology and psychology? We do have units for psychology. Do you think it's easier to do an A level or to do a BTEC level 3 applied science? They're different courses, so it really depends on what you would prefer. So A levels are mainly exam based, and BTEC, although we've got some exams that are internally assessed units, again, if you do a BTEC level 3, it's equivalent to 3 A levels. So if you achieve high grades, so let's say distinction stars, when you apply to universities, you've got very high chances to get the a placement on the university of your choice for the course that you've chosen. Okay, so don't know if there is any other questions that you'd like to say. If you do A levels, you're more likely to go into university. Not necessarily, it depends on the grades as well. So A levels, BTEC, if you get good grades, you will have the opportunity to get a placement at a university. As I said, so if you do a BTEC level 3 in science, is equivalent to 3 A levels, so higher grades, more UCAS points, so therefore more chances to get onto the first choice universities, as well as for the courses that you've chosen. And the same applies to A levels, so it's exactly the same thing. The difference in terms of the qualifications are that A levels are exam based, so therefore the delivery will be in preparation for those exams, whereas BTEC level 3, although you've got 4 units that are exams, 2 in the first year, 2 in the second year, the remaining are internally assessed units, which are assignment based. So if, for instance, you do better with assignments as opposed to exams, then BTEC may be a better choice. If you do well with exams and you feel that you'd rather do A levels, then A levels would be a better choice. If you don't have a good GCSE results, can you do biomedical in uni with an access to HE diploma course? So once you get, if you don't have GCSE results, and depending on your age, so if you're 19 plus, then you need to do an initial assessment, diagnostic assessment for the access to HE. It may be the case that you probably have to do the pre-access for 1 year, and then in preparation for the access, then do the access course, and then depending on the grades that you achieve on the access to HE, then again, same applies. You can go into university and study biomedical at university. So the answer is yes. I'm not sure if there's any other questions that you'd like to ask me. If not, we will conclude this presentation. Oh, yeah, there's another one. So if you pass science with grades 6 to 9 and you fail English, do you have to redo all your GCSEs? It depends on the course that you want to do. So if you pass GCSE science with the grades 6 to 9, and you have not passed your GCSE English, for instance, and if you want to study on our BTEC level 3 qualification, then you'll be able to study on our BTEC level 3 qualification, and you will have to retake your GCSE English. If you want to study on the GCSE science package, if you pass your sciences, then most likely you won't be able to study on the science package because you've passed your biology, your chemistry, physics. So if you want to study on the GCSE science package, you will have to do GCSE physics, GCSE chemistry, GCSE biology, and then GCSE maths, if you or GCSE English. If you passed maths but not English, then instead of doing maths, you would have to do your GCSE psychology. Okay, so if there are no more questions, um, we will conclude with, there's another question. I would like to go into teacher training, GCSE science, English, and maths A requirements. For teacher training, I guess it would be a requirement, but it doesn't really apply onto these departments. So for teacher training, so I would guess so. I would guess that would be a requirement. Okay, so if there's no more questions, thank you very much for your time. There's another question. GCSE science package is a full-time course, is a one-year qualification, and is a full-time course. In fact, for the GCSE science, we cover a two-year syllabus in 9 months. So it's very fast-paced, the delivery. And then we've got one last question. If you redo your GCSEs, we'll still be able to do your A levels. For sure, 100%. So there is one progression route. So if you do your GCSE science and you pass your GCSE science, then definitely a route will be A levels. Could be A levels or could be a BTEC level 3, will be your choice. Okay, another 30 seconds for any more possible questions that may come. If not, I will conclude. Thank you very much for your time. Please, any questions, do ask on our emails and we will get back to you. Thank you.